Welcome boys. Okay, in this video we're going to be doing another arcade 1-up construction here and setup. Now, I picked this dude up last night in the Crown Vic, believe it or not, and I threw it in the trunk. It fit in the trunk lid closed, and I had plenty of room to spare. So, you know, you can't really beat the Panther platform trunk space, because I don't believe it would have fit in the BMW. It might have, maybe. But we'll never know, because we're about to put this thing together. Now, last time I actually filmed it from two different angles, and I rather liked the fixed camera angle with the time-lapse as opposed to the head cam I wore. So we'll do the same thing again, but this time instead of the 60 FPS camera being on my head, we'll use that one on the mount, on the tripod over here rather, and we'll get this thing built, and we're going to put this arcade cabinet next to the Turtles in Time one. Now the only difference is you can see the Turtles in Time one to the left has a custom riser on the bottom, which elevates it up. The MK cabinet does not have one of those, so I am going to have to build my own. That'll be part 2 of this. So the first part will be the time-lapse, me building this thing. Part 2 is going to be my guerrilla warfare, using some spare plywood I have left over from, I was building some shelving, had a bunch of extra plywood. So I think I should have enough to build a riser for MK2 myself. And then we'll be gaming in no time, boys. And we'll just dive right in. No need to talk. Okay, and Kitty's gonna help us supervise our generic riser that came in. This did not come with one, but now that it's here, we'll go ahead and build it and then set this cabinet in it. And the other thing we're going to do is, I have been playing with it in this kind of low position, and it moves around a little too easy if you start getting competitive with it, the computer starts giving you the business. So the TMNT one stays perfectly still. This one not so much. So I think once I get her open, I'm going to go and grab some weights, like, you know, the working out kind of weights. I can stuff them in the bottom of this riser, or maybe in the bottom of that, the actual cabinet. Either way, this thing needs to be weighed down at least another 50 pounds. This thing only weighs about 50-something pounds. I think if I slap another 50 pounds or so in here so it doesn't move around so easy, I think we'll be good. So we'll do that. And this is how we will lay our button presses over each button so we can press the correct amount of times to unlock Sub-Zero. Okay, now being defeated by the computer, we will go ahead and enter our codes, press our button the correct amount of times each side. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should give us classic Sub-Zero. Hey! Oh. Alright, and with that done, we'll move on to our next combatant, Ermac. And this is what our controller pad looks like. So it's not exactly symmetrical, but it's more like a mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1 for Ermac. And we'll rinse and repeat. Wait till the timer counts down, and then press our button the correct amount of times. And hopefully this will work. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that'll work, and don't mind the thunderstorm sounds we're hearing. Alright, now we have Ermac. One more, we just need to do Melina. And this is how we have our buttons ready to go to unlock Melina. As you can see, it is the same for both sides, just like it was with classic Sub-Zero. 2, 2, 2, 6, 4, 2, 2, 2, 6, 4, both controllers. With the counter to reach the bottom, and we will hopefully get Melina. One, two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the survey says we now have all 3 characters unlocked. Now we'll test. As long as I keep the power cord plugged in, if I power the machine off, we should hopefully still keep all those characters. And we'll be able to test that, because we're going to have to turn it off here in a sec, so we can install our new gates, our octagonal gates, and our new 4-pound springs I got for this machine. So we'll do that now. Okay, and to access the underside of our controller here, this panel, 4 Phillips back off. We'll just undo these Phillips screws along here. There's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. A lot less than I had to do on the TMNT one, because I've already done this procedure on the Ninja Turtles cabinet with 6-pound springs and circle gates. Okay, so this will work better if you have 2 people here. So here's my octagonal gates and my springs. And what you need the second person to do, or what would be really helpful, is once you unclip the thing that holds the springs in place, what's going to happen is the joystick's going to fall down because of gravity. Well, we don't want them problems. Okay. Alright. This is stuck for some reason. Okay, so here's our gate. And that's as easy as simply unclipping it and clipping the new one on. So press the little tab out of the way, lift up, same here, same in this corner. And she's out of the way. Alright, so this little C-clip in here, I'm going to pry it loose with this itty-bitty screwdriver. The spring's going to want to press up, so make sure this thing doesn't go flying anywhere. your spring, your plastical deal, or the C-clip. And once we safely remove the clip, lift up here, take our old spring out, get our new beastly 4-pound spring on. Man, this sucks not being able to feel. I got my middle finger still missing the nail, my thumb, I still can't feel anything. I was completely numb to the touch. Hopefully I get my feeling back in there one day. Press down, and then try to slide the clip in. I found once you kind of get seated slightly, you use your screwdriver, you can press it in and get it fully secured. Now we'll take the gate, and it only goes one way. This way looks like it'll fit. There. Alright. Just gotta manhandle it in there. You guys even see the other side, or should I move? Yeah, you can kind of see. Also got a little bit of wires in the way, but same procedure. Take the gate off first. Gate's off. Our spring on standby. You got a hold on the bottom joystick?
Yeah.
I was talking to you. Alright. I think we're good now. Everything feels seated. Perfect, Eddie. Alright, now put the thing back on, and then the thing's back on, and then everybody wins.
Just walking by you, Ed.
Alright, let's see if our character's kept. I'll be super pumped if they do. I would assume so, but stranger things have happened. Hey, they're all there. Alright, now let's see if these springs and gates made a big difference or not. Alright, we'll check out our Mortal Kombat 2 fatality abilities with our new octagonal gates and springs. Damn it! Alright, yeah, definitely recommend the circle gates and the 4-pound springs. Hell yeah, brother.
And that concludes our unboxing and assembly of our Arcade 1-Up MK2 cabinet and our construction of the 1-Up riser, since I did not have enough plywood to construct my own. That's how we put some weights in the bottom of the cabinet so it doesn't slide around while we're playing aggressively. And how we installed the vinyl graphic from Arcade Graphix And that gives us all our characters' moves list, MK1, 2, and 3, how we unlock the secret characters on MK3. It also includes Shang Tsung's morph. Just be sure that when you do install that graphic, I would do it on the reverse side of that screen. That way, if you ever want to return to stock, you can simply flip the screen around. And make sure you also use soapy water and have another person help you do that so you can get lined up perfectly, because you do not want to screw up and have to do that job again, pay for shipping, and all that good jazz. And that's also how we installed our octagonal gates and our 4-pound springs. So these are the 2 arcade cabinets I have now, MK2 and TMNT. And so if you do want to see other video game type content from my channel, in case it's slow for cars or anything, just let me know in the comments below. I do have other video game setups throughout the house. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.